What are you doing?
Welcome to P3E. My name is Angelo Scarlatus, and let's start the show. Okay, quick name change. Quick, go, go,
I'm
go.
Chris.
I'm Scott.
I'm Garrett.
All right, let's get right into it. Last time the intro was too long, so now we're going to get right into the article. Okay,
get right into it.
Here's what we got going for you, everybody. We're going quick
Now
quick
I feel like
today.
we're going too fast. This is too fast a pace now. Let's
Yeah,
dial
kind
it
of
back a
is.
bit. Let's dial it back a bit.
I can either go really fast or really slow. I'm going to be an
You
auction
only
dealer.
have
All
the
right.
two.
We got article going once, twice, sold.
Wait, we're selling articles that
Yes.
other people made?
Yes. Wait, isn't that illegal?
Isn't that terrible plagiarism?
No, because we are.
We're
what's
fucking P3E
what's the art
Podcast.
word? No, what's the
We can do
art
whatever
word
we
for
want.
it? It's
Fair
we're
use.
appropriating it. That's
So yeah, we're totally moving this along.
well. That's the way that the art world gets away with stealing stuff. They say they appropriated it.
So far,
What
this
does
podcast.
appropriated even mean?
Do you want the dictionary definition? I
no,
can
no.
Too
Okay.
long.
Article.
It
Article.
basically means you're stealing someone else's work. Like you're using their work in your.
Can I just say that so far this podcast is a disaster?
Anyway, so today's
The
article.
intro's still shorter than last time.
Is Texas prisons approve Facebook friending between inmates and officers.
Okay.
So
That's
the
right.
basic gist
That's right.
is in Texas, they prisoners are allowed to friend officers.
Right.
Well, as the
Are they
story,
allowed to friend other prisoners?
Yes.
yeah. So as the story goes, oh, sorry, Scott. Did you want to?
No, go ahead.
Did
Go
you want
ahead.
to interject in here?
Garrett, this is your story. Your mom is
So-
the inmate being talked about in this article.
When
You should talk about it.
Wait, what? What did you say about my mother?
What did you say?
What did you say about my
She's a
mother?
nice woman. We're having dinner with her tomorrow, I believe.
Yeah, we are having dinner with her tomorrow. And my
excited for
father, and my younger sister, and my dog.
What is that address again?
My address?
Yeah, go ahead. Say it.
It's 23 beep 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 beep
Right.
beep Avenue.
What's that social security number?
Social Security 554 beep 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 56A2.
Anyway, talk about the article.
Okay, so what happened basically was this prison officer, he got reprimanded. He got fired, I think, for
Right.
friending a prison inmate who he didn't know was a prison inmate at the time that he was high school buddies with. And it was at the same prison, too, which
Right.
was very odd.
Right.
But he
How
got...
does that even happen?
I don't know.
Probably just probable chance. Like anything that seems extremely unlikely, it's almost has to at least happen once.
Murphy's Law.
Yeah, pretty
Sure.
much.
And so he was like fired for 2 weeks or something, and then he appealed, and then it was upheld. But this raises a very important issue. Why the hell are prisoners being given access to Facebook?
Yeah, that's the initial reaction that I have.
Why
Yeah.
is that a thing? Angelo?
My question is, how do you limit that? Because they're given access to computers. So how do you limit them getting on Facebook?
Then you don't give them computers.
Why? But you can't
Block
do that.
the internet access.
Why can't you do that? They're in prison.
But it's for like they have college classes in prisons. It's so that they can learn. So they use it for
Okay,
research
but
primarily.
you treat it like a school system, like at a high school. Where
That's
they
true.
restrict
High
your-
schoolers can't use Facebook in the high school, yet
But
prisoners.
they're
can get-
totally okay.
I
High
understand.
school,
That is weird.
little worse than prison. Little worse than prison.
I guess
just
it's
saying.
kind of like
Only a little?
It's kind of like Bane says. You have to give them hope for there to be true despair.
You
So
have to give them hope before they.
Scott, do the Bane voice.
Scott, yeah, you do a way
I
better
don't.
brain voice.
I don't even want to do it.
Now
I
you
don't
have
even know
to.
the line.
Now you have to.
I
Audience
don't know
is
the line.
hanging on to this hope that you're going to do a Bane voice.
darkness will save you? When I was born in it. It's just something like that. That's not even the line. I just destroyed it.
was born in the dark.
we'll
I can't do it.
give Scott another chance because he actually does really well at the Bane voice.
Um,
But you don't have to do it right
I
now
like
if you
the
don't want
idea of prisoners being on Facebook just because I feel like they could start just group pages for when they're going to have riots. Like click if,
Yes.
click if you're invited to this prison
That's
You've
riot.
been invited to the
Yeah, you've
prison
been invited to this
riot.
prison
It's like
riot.
it's invite only though, so keep it hush hush.
The A block, like no one ever invites A block. Feel like you fucking.
It's like A Block is fucking weirdos. Why would you invite
It's
them?
full of douchebags and hipsters in A block. But
It's
I
like
love how-
I was in here
A-Block-
for such an underground crime. Anyway, Chris, you had something to say?
A Block is all the people who stole music.
Yes.
Oh, snap.
Exactly.
I
Why-
love how those are
the-
the cliques in prisons, not what the typical cliques would be in
Right.
prisons.
You know, the black people,
There's
the
blacks,
the
the
killer
white
queens,
supremacists,
as they call them.
the Mexicans or the Hispanics.
right.
And then the hipsters that downloaded music off the internet.
Yeah.
Yes.
The ones that should not be given internet access.
White supremacy groups and stuff like that. Just on
But
Facebook.
if you're a hipster, why are you stealing music that record companies care about? Shouldn't you be only listening to music that record companies wouldn't care about?
Dude, the white supremacists start like a poking war with the black. That would be. That would be
See,
crazy.
actually, that's a benefit. Instead of having real wars, they have poking wars. So instead
Right.
of shanking somebody, you just write a really strongly worded message.
Yeah,
on
it's
their-
like-
on
It's
their
like
timeline.
because people who got put in jail for murder are totally going to write a strongly worded message on someone's Facebook wall instead of stabbing them.
Well, I mean, if they have access to Facebook, they will.
It's funny. It's like
Sure.
you picture a scene like a shower scene,
Yeah,
and like
yeah,
these dudes are like surrounding this one guy, and he's just like, "Oh fuck!" And one guy just goes up behind him and whispers, "We fucking poked you on Facebook."
And then he just
That's, like,
he
the worst
still
thing that
cries
happens.
in the shower,
Oh
though.
no!
That's the
He
worst
still
thing
cries
that
in the
happens in
shower for
prison.
like
This
an
is
hour.
horrible as he's getting raped.
It's like, untag me from that shanking photo right now. Right the
How
fuck now.
dare
I'm
you.
unfriending you. I'm unfriending you. It's like I get out in 2 months. I don't give a shit.
It's like, man, I'm in solitary right now. It is fucking chill.
So, what are we all on a general consensus? Prisoners should not be allowed on Facebook.
I don't know.
Well,
I think it's too much. Like it sounds like
It's
such a
too much.
luxury for prisoners.
I feel like it should be monitored.
Yes, monitored, but I think
I mean,
you
yeah,
should be allowed.
internet should be monitored. That's fine. Like
I
for
don't
college
know.
classes, if you're gonna make something out of it, out of prison, that's fine. But Facebook,
But why would you have an inmate and an officer be friends online? Like
well, they were high school friends.
they're
and
high
he
school
didn't
friends,
know,
right?
He didn't know that that he was in prison, and it was odd because it was the same prison
Right.
too. It must have been a
But if
really
an
big
inmate
prison.
like gives you like a friend request and you're an officer and you're like, oh, that name sounds familiar, accept, and then they like look at pictures of your family and then they come to your house and they get out and kill them. That's what I'm imagining. That's all I'm imagining.
Yeah, it's surprising because this came from Texas.
Yeah,
Texas
it's
is
true.
usually not that friendly to prisoners. They're not.
Very strict. Actually, that brings up another point.
Which is
Which is
Lay it
it's-
on us.
This is kind of diverting, but it's kind of the same thing. Did you know at one time it was considered cruel and unusual punishment to feed lobster to inmates?
Oh my god! When you were reading my article,
Yes, we were reading "Consider the Lobster" by what was the
David Foster Wallace.
He's actually a
he
wonderful
killed himself.
essayist.
He killed himself on my birthday. Just letting you guys know.
Well,
Wow.
he is a wonderful essayist. I don't know why he killed himself. He's a wonderful writer.
on the
but,
day you were born or on your birthday?
On my birthday.
So consider the lobster.
The day you were born.
Not the
is
day I was born. no.
an
Which
essay
birthday?
that he
I
wrote
don't
for a
remember.
newspaper, and it was supposed to be like this, just kind of a review, supposedly positive, of the Maine Lobster Festival, which they have every year in Maine, obviously to promote the lobster business, and so what he did is he didn't write a positive review. He wrote a
Yeah, he ripped
horrible
them to
sta-
shreds. He talked about
he
animal
ripped-
cruelty.
He ripped the whole tourist industry to shreds. Like he wrote this footnote that was like 2 paragraphs long that
Yeah.
basically said tourism destroys the natural beauty of any destination you go to as a
Right.
tourist. Like the sole fact that you are there as a tourist destroys the whole reason that you went, which was to see the
I
local scene.
disagree. I disagree.
I don't know. He had a good point because
I
if
like-
you think about it,
But then nobody would ever see anything new.
that's true.
That's
but
true.
I think he's saying you should go to places that aren't touristy. You should go like as your own person.
What the?
But then
why
you're
an
still
experience
going
it?
as a tourist.
I don't think there's
I don't
anything
know
to
what
really
he's-
stop tourism.
I don't know what he was
How
explaining,
could you
but-
deter
But what does that
tourism?
mean? You should go to places that you aren't like. What do
Like
you mean?
he
Like go
said-
to Iowa or something?
No,
I
like
don't
he
want to
said,
visit Iowa.
no, like he said, it was good. It's good to be a tourist
Scott.
every once in a while, but this mob of people, unwelcome people that are just like stomping on the
so
natural
just
culture.
plan
of
your
it.
schedules with other tourists and space it out.
You got to read the essay. I think he
Sounds
words
like
it
this
much
guy's
better.
a bit of a dick.
No, he actually. I thought I wouldn't agree with that because I'm all about traveling and especially going to places that you think you know about, but then like Niagara Falls. I always say this. I thought I knew Niagara Falls because you learn about it and you've seen so many pictures of it. But
Right.
being there is completely different than seeing it on a screen.
Well, I thought they spoke Chinese in Delaware until I went there 2 days ago.
Interesting.
Turns out
Did
they
you know
don't.
they're all tax-free in Delaware? You don't have to pay
Sales
any
tax.
tax,
Are they
any sales
tax-free?
tax.
There's no
You don't have to
sales
pay
tax.
sales
I was
tax.
so stunned by the language in Delaware that I paid no attention to the
Wait a minute.
economics.
You guys speak fucking English?
But anyway, not to divert too far, I just wanted to bring that up because I thought it was funny. At one time, it was, again, to reiterate, cruel and unusual punishment to feed lobster to inmates.
Because they were considered the garbage men of the ocean.
Well, they were considered like rats. Like if it was like feeding rats to.
And it's ironic now because it's seen now as like a food of luxury.
It's like some
What
of
if they-
it's right
Interesting.
under steak as like the most expensive meals you can buy.
What if they fed lobsters to inmates? I would be very. Actually, I wouldn't fucking care.
Yeah,
Never
but with
mind.
lobster, it's not even about the lobster; it's about the butter sauce.
It's
Yeah, exactly.
it's all about
It's
the
just
butter sauce.
it's just like a device to get the butter sauce into your
That's
body.
true. Well, actually, I will
Feed
say
them the
I
lobster without the butter sauce.
Yeah, that's cruel and unusual
Cruel and
punishment right
unusual
there.
punishment.
Yeah,
But
that's
I know,
going too far.
I agree. You need butter, but definitely, I don't know. It is a.
I've had
it's a
lobster.
different texture.
I gotta dip it in butter. Except sometimes I'm not a fan of the butter though.
Well, it's got to be the right kind of
Yeah,
butter.
But it's gotta
You
be
know,
the
it
right
can't be
kind of
fucking
butter.
parquet
It's gotta
or
be
something.
fucking quality Maine butter, churned from the Maine. I don't even know if
I
Maine
feel
has
odd
cows.
because I've never eaten
you
lobster
don't know
before.
if Maine has cows.
You've never had
Oh
lobster?
man, you got to actually no. You don't have to try lobster. You have to try swordfish. Swordfish is some of the
I've
best
had
fish
swordfish.
I've ever
It's
had.
good.
Isn't it? It's delicious.
Hey, swordfish can suck lobster's dick.
No, I do. I really like.
I was
if
gonna
it's
do this
cooked
every
well,
podcast.
swordfish tastes really good.
It's gonna be your signature. It's this New York accent. Suck my
Um,
dick.
Yeah, you got to talk about people sucking each other's
But-
dicks.
But to divert from fish again, because we're just this is the quick P3E podcast, so
Wait,
we're
it's
gonna
quick? No, we're
no
not being
we're
quick.
we're doing the same
You're
thing,
the one that
but
fucking diverted to lobster.
It's a quickie.
we're not shortening the time, but we're gonna just run through different topics.
Let's just
as
make
fast
this a
as we can.
3-hour-long podcast.
Please.
No, that should be a special. We should do like a
We'll do a
special
Christmas
3 hour
special.
Chris,
But
Yes.
we have to exchange gifts on the
Oh
podcast.
yeah, and it's like a marathon. Like we have to like
At that
stay
point, we
on.
should get like a video camera or something.
Well, yeah, I think we're actually. I want to take some pictures. Can we take some pictures real quick?
Right.
picture
Not
of the-
during the podcast.
Yeah, that's what you
just
do.
edit
You
it out.
take
We
Take
can
a
just
picture
edit
of
it
a
out.
podcast.
Take it
Yeah,
out.
and then we'll put them on
Edit
the.
it out.
Hi.
Okay, there's Garrett. I just took a picture of Garrett.
All
being
right.
Awesome on the podcast.
And then I'm gonna put it up there. and It's gonna look
Here's
fucking
Chris
cool.
being awesome on the podcast. And I'm
I'm
making
going to
a
take the most miserable picture. Go.
I'm making a Facebook fan page once we post the 3rd episode. So then
Okay.
we'll finally you can like P3E. on-
our fucking fan base here.
And then there's
I'm going to laugh. Fuck!
come on one more
Okay,
time.
go.
One more time.
Scott, why is your shirt unbuttoned? Quick question.
Man, my camera doesn't like you, Scott. It thinks you're weird. Okay,
This camera
can
suck my
That wasn't actually...
so that was a waste of a minute, but I think that was good. But I might in the future I might just take random pictures, like when I'm not talking and you guys and I'm
Right.
just bored of what you're saying, and I'll just take
Either
random
way, follow us on Facebook.
So,
When that
so we all know when Angelo is being a dick.
pictures. Yes, basically,
All right.
which
so
is when I'm not talking.
I love that we're going to have a fan page. I'm going to be so depressed when no
The
one
more
goes on
pic-
this
the
fan
more-
page.
The more pictures pop up each week, the more of a douche Angelo was.
Yes,
indeed.
because I was just
Okay,
ignoring
next topic.
everyone else.
Next topic.
All right,
What's
so,
our next topic?
The next thing I wanted to bring up, because we had talked about it at the end of the last podcast, was and I wanted to save the thoughts for this podcast so we could expand on it.
Oh,
was
shit.
gaming videos.
Gaming videos. Oh, buddy.
which is definitely a topic that Garrett is very well versed in, and I will admit I'm not the most educated about gaming
Garrett is a
videos.
connoisseur of gaming videos.
Definitely.
He watches these.
Definitely.
I
He
do.
watches these constantly throughout the day. He's shown us his favorite ones. He's talked about the editing in every single one. It's pretty intense. It's an obsession. Actually, this is an intervention about your obsession with gaming videos.
Yes, Garrett,
We
this
can
is
say
an
it.
This is
intervention.
secretly an intervention.
This is an
We
intervention.
think you're wasting your time. No,
Garrett.
actually, that's a lie.
I'm here today because
You don't
I
have the
love
talking pillow, so please refrain from talking.
Fuck
All
you,
right.
Scott.
So basically, the reason I wanted to bring it up is that personally, and this is only me, this is not a comment on them as a general genre. It's just my personal thoughts.
I'm feeling
Say it.
insulted already.
Say
my
it.
personal thoughts are that I just don't understand the reason that gaming videos exist. And to explain a little bit more, like why
your argument
why are
was
they
like,
there?
why are you going to watch game videos when you should
Yeah,
just
when
play
you
the
should
game?
you should just play the game.
Well,
if you want to see the game, why don't you just play the game?
One perfect example is like if like a game just came out and you're like, I don't know if I want to buy this because games
Well,
nowadays
then you watch a trailer.
right. Well, no, not just a trailer, but if
You don't
can
want to
watch.
You don't want to watch a trailer
Yeah,
because
trailers-
the trailer is just going to show the good
Trailers are
stuff.
literally made to make you buy the game. But
Okay,
if
then you
wanna
read a
be-
review.
Yeah, you just read a
on,
review.
Like,
You can
on,
read a
like,
review,
Game
on a
Informer
review
but
or
a
something.
gaming video is a little more personal because you can see what's going on, and a guy can give you an opinion on the game as you can see the gameplay.
Right.
Be like, how does it look? Does the sound quality pretty sweet? Is it look appealing to me? And it'll give you an opinion about it. So that in that regards, gaming videos.
Okay,
are
I
fine.
see what you're saying there, but the thing is, like, the gaming videos that you watch are like montages of like crazy Call of Duty gameplay. It's like I don't think anyone's watching those to see if they want to buy Call of Duty.
Those
that's
are-
for a
those
different
are
audience.
totally- that's a
okay,
totally
well,
different
those are
audience.
the ones I'm talking
Yes.
about. The ones that are obviously, they're people who have played the game, so there's no reason for them to have watched.
Well, look,
the
I
video.
make those kinds of videos occasionally. I don't make them just so like other people can. I make them for myself. I make them to entertain myself first and foremost.
Right.
But I don't mind. I some of the clips that I see people get are pretty insane. Just to clarify, but
Yeah, I can actually see why they would be fun to make because it's an easy method of getting footage to edit and
right.
practice your editing skills.
It's like
on.
a montage. It's like a collaboration of clips. Like if you suck at Call of Duty, and then you go watch this montage of someone being so kick, you're gonna be like, oh wow, that was really impressive. That was really cool.
Right.
I wish I could do that.
and
I
then
mean,
you're going to be all depressed because you can't.
It's sort of like if you watch like how they have those little news snippets of like football plays, awesome little football plays.
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
sort of
yeah.
like that. Like wow, that was pretty cool. I wish
See,
I could do
As
that.
someone who hates
That's a good
sports,
point.
that doesn't.
Well, yeah, that
doesn't
brings
help
up
you.
another thing. Like, it's gaming videos aren't everyone's cup of tea, and I can understand that. But you can apply that to basically anything else, like football or sports in general. Like, I don't watch football. I'd rather. I don't want to waste 4 hours of my life watching a fucking football game.
You just alienated all the sports
oh
fans.
my
that listen to
God.
that. You know how
Oh my
big
God.
our sports fan basis is
But
for
you
this
I don't think I
podcast?
have to
know-
worry about that.
But you know what I will watch?
Jessica doesn't play sports.
Well, yeah.
Dalton doesn't play sports.
Jessica and Dalton both getting free shout-outs. You're welcome.
And Amanda doesn't play sports.
Amanda
so-
getting a free shout-out.
Does Jesse watch
Does Je-
sports? I
Don't
care
mention
about you,
his name.
Jesse.
Oh, my God.
Jesse,
Oh, my
I want to
God.
say something right now. Jesse, I know you're listening to this. Don't even fucking act like you're not. You are a sexy man beast.
Jesse,
Does Jesse watch sports?
why is this now becoming just like a proclamation?
Well, you
to
guys
Jesse?
were all mentioning people, and I was
That's
like,
so-
oh, wait a minute. Wait, we forgot about Jesse.
Jesse, you know I love you, but we got to move on. I'm sorry. Jesse, just send us your hate mail.
Oh, my God.
Fax
Jesse,
us your
Jesse,
hate
I
mail.
still care about you.
So now that we've shouted out
But,
to
like-
all our fans, pretty
no, but-
now if you are a fan and we missed you, we love you still.
You get a
And-
shout out. You get a shout out. No, but you know what I will watch instead of a football game is the highlights reel of that specific game.
Yeah, see, I don't even do that.
Yeah,
don't
I'm
even
not
do
even
that.
I
into
couldn't
that.
care less about like the highlights. I mean, I'll watch a
Understandable.
game. I'll watch a game maybe, but the
If
highlights.
if the team that I like did well, then I'll watch the highlights of it. But other than that, I just keep the
Yeah.
alarm
If-
set on my phone when a team scores, it tells me, and I go about my daily life without actually having to watch the
Right.
football game.
But going back to gaming videos, I love how I just like took over the conversation. But going back to gaming videos, I like when there's like a commentary on the video games
Yeah.
because I like their personality. So I'll watch it just for their personality
well,
and
those
them
kinds of
making jokes.
videos, I couldn't care less about the.
All right.
I couldn't care less about the gameplay.
I didn't know you wanted to
No,
fight,
no.
Garrett.
I'm with you. I like the personalities more. If
Right.
you have a good personality, I'm won over, and I have those kinds of I have those tendencies.
Right.
I have those kinds of channels.
Angela, what do you think?
I don't know. I just think.
Well, I showed you videos of Hutch. Remember that one guy with the
Well, I
very
mean, he's
Black
fucking
Ops?
sexy, so that's different. I mean, he's an attractive man.
Heads up, though,
so.
he is taken, Mister. He just got married.
Well, I'm just giving him a compliment. I'm just, I don't care. If
I know how
he's,
you like to go after those YouTube dudes.
Oh, I know. It's just if it's like, oh my God, you have a blog. No, you have a YouTube channel. Oh my God. Oh.
And you just lost our audience.
Who's a YouTube channel person that you would go after?
Sexy Phil, definitely.
Sexy
Phil
Phil.
DeFranco. Yeah. Okay.
Philip DeFranco, definitely.
But
That's
yeah,
really
I
it.
mean-
Maybe even Jenna Marbles, because even though
What?
I'm
Wait, what?
not into the chicks, she
Wait.
is hilarious.
Yeah.
And so I'd fuck her just to hear the commentary afterwards.
What?
Okay.
I can just see that now. I fucked a gay dude by Jenna Marbles.
I love you, Jenna. If you're listening to this, please call my number. It's 443-555-667. That's not really my number, but look me up. Look me up on Facebook.
Well, look, bottom line, it's just like anything else. It's like any other hobby, I guess. People have interest in it. I can't explain it too much.
Yeah.
Because I don't personally understand it all that much either. But I like watching gaming videos.
Just people like what they like. Just
like
lay
what they
off
like.
him, Angelo.
All right, I didn't want to bring it up
Angelo
to,
is getting
to be antagonistic.
super mad right now. He's hawking out.
But yeah,
He
I
just
do-
took off his
actually,
shirt in rage.
Actually, I think
Angelo, fucking rage.
I'm
right
glad
now.
you get. I'm glad you get money for what you do, Garrett, because I think you
I
should
get money on
paid.
some of the videos.
I mean, you don't get paid a lot, but you get some type of reimbursement because you do.
Pieces
you do,
of pennies.
and the stuff I've seen you do good work.
You
so.
do work.
Thank
You
you.
do good
I
work.
appreciate it. My YouTube channel is in the description.
So
if you want to go subscribe.
anyway,
You know those 30 views that your videos get?
Yeah.
One of those is me.
One of those is
Granted, the other 29 are your mom. But I'm kidding.
the other 29 are me checking in on the view count.
Just keep checking it. What's it at? 28. God damn it. Can I just pull back the curtain a little bit here?
yeah.
The plan for this gaming video discussion was to have Angelo and Garrett get in like the biggest fight
But see,
ever.
Garrett didn't do it. I
But
was
no
trying to
one
be
did it.
antagonistic, and Garrett didn't fucking do it.
It completely went over my head.
I don't think either of you tried to do
No,
anything.
because I was going to start out slow, and then I was going to build up. But Garrett didn't build up. If he's not going to build on it, then I
You
can't.
You want to
should've-
build up right now? Do you want to do this right now?
No, the moment's passed.
You should have come out of the gate kicking and screaming.
Okay, well then I'll do that next time.
Fine.
Actually, I'll do it
Expect
right
it.
now. I don't like instrumental music. I don't like music that doesn't have lyrics.
Oh,
You know what?
This is crazy.
I don't like fucking you focus. I don't like how you focus. You think that a music has to have lyrics or vocals. in
It does. It.
It
Well,
does
I'm not
not.
saying it has
It
to have
does
lyrics.
not.
I
It
guess I'm
doesn't
not
have
saying
to.
it has to have
Doesn't
lyrics.
have to.
You see, you're representing my point differently. I don't like that you completely ignore lyrics, and that you sometimes
now-
think a
all right,
song
Garrett.
is less because it has lyrics.
Garrett, sit down. Garrett. Garrett,
No,
put down the
no,
knife.
dude,
Garrett,
no, fuck
Don't-
this.
don't-
Everyone's disagreeing with me.
Garrett.
Jesus Christ! All you guys do is just make fun of me.
Garrett,
I
just
hate
put down the-
instrumentals.
Garrett.
You know what? Yeah, you
You're
got
gonna
the camera?
hurt yourself.
You got the camera?
Garrett.
Yeah, I dare you to take a picture. I dare you.
Get down
I
from the
double
table.
Dog dare you.
Garrett.
Triple dog dare you.
Garrett, put your clothes back on.
Calm your fucking tits.
Anyway, I
And,
like
yeah,
lyrics
that
in
was-
music.
I think there is
Okay.
a place for instrumental music. That's not what I'm saying.
Movie scores.
But
I love
movie
movie
scores.
scores.
There's a place for. But when you're only listening to instrumental music, I think you're missing a large portion of the music, of music in general.
Question. I listen to a lot of Japanese music. You can't understand any of the lyrics in that. How do you feel about that?
That's
Oh,
why I
this is
can't
a
get
new
into
level.
Japanese music. I have to understand what people are saying. That's why I don't like most rap
Well, see,
either.
the reason I don't like vocals is that the majority of lyrics that I find they're all like the same sort of, they send the same sort of message,
And it's not a good one.
And sometimes I just want to
How
listen to
so?
music.
How so, Chris? Let's build on
At
that.
least modern pop music isn't.
All right, but there's a lot more than
Yeah,
just modern pop music.
Yeah.
They have some good messages.
And I like again. I bring up Katy Perry because
bring her up. Well, bring up the song specifically.
specifically.
I Kissed a Girl. He thinks that has a great
no.
message.
First of all,
That has several layers.
That is from One of the Boys, which is not her best album. Her best album was obviously
I agree.
California Girls.
Right.
No.
And
Understood.
on that,
That's a
and
fact.
on that album, the tracks that became singles are not even her best songs on there. I feel
Which is natural for any pop
I
artist.
feel Hummingbird Heartbeat and especially Who Am I Living For? Those are probably two of the best songs on that album, and no one even knows what those fucking songs are. They sound completely
Except for
different.
hardcore Katy Perry fans.
Well, they sound completely different. They are a different Katy Perry, and even like Pearl, which is even still a little
The
more
real
well known.
Katy Perry.
Like these songs actually have a little bit more meaning than they
Right.
do at face value, and they're looked over. They're like glossed over because either A, people are just looking at the singles, or B, people see her as this pop music icon and then say,
Through the
"Oh,
singles.
yeah," and they say, "Oh, she's so shallow," but then she has songs that actually have good lyrics.
People are too lazy to listen to the whole album.
Yeah, I always try to listen to a
People
whole
are-
album behind a single.
People are lazy about just music in general.
Expand
Oh,
on that.
shit.
Expand
Okay.
on that.
Oh,
Expand
shit.
on that.
Okay.
Well, no, because like people like they listen to stuff on the radio
Uh-huh.
and then they look at iTunes Top 200, but iTunes itself has a library of billions of songs, and it just kills me inside that people just want to scrutinize the opportunity to listen to so much good music and just settle for what's in the top 200.
I will agree, but I will say also
That doesn't make me a hipster, by the way.
On
Doesn't
the-
make-
and
you
I
sound
would like to clarify.
total hipster
No,
right
that comment doesn't make you a hipster, but when you say you don't like popular music, and pretty much you're saying because it's popular,
Okay.
that makes you a hipster.
I wanna clarify though. I do listen to popular songs. I have soft spots for popular songs, and I also have soft spots for particular songs that are more focused on vocals.
But he's saying pop. You don't like pop music.
I don't know. I totally went too far on that because then I realized one of my favorite artists is RAC, which is very much
God.
pop
Oh my god.
esque
Garrett.
music style.
Fuck pop music. But I like Katy Perry.
I just automatically think that a popular song is just going to be. It just automatically disinterests me. Just because I automatically assume that it's going to be bad, which is probably a
well,
stupid thing
now
to do.
that is a hipster statement, right?
that is
That
probably
is
a
that
hipster
is a
statement.
hipster statement right there.
And Garrett, you've just become a hipster.
But I don't know. I think again, like you said, it's the laziness. It's not that you shouldn't look at a song as whether it's popular or whether it's indie or whether it's
Right.
You should look for music that's good music. Now you can start at either popular songs or artists you like, but then expand your horizons. Like see related artists, or actually, I will say a great place to expand your music interest is the free section in iTunes, which a lot of people don't know about. Now they're lesser known artists, and
Yeah.
some of them aren't that good, but you can get whole albums for free.
You can hop
And-
hop
yeah.
on SoundCloud for
SoundCloud.
10 minutes and find a completely unknown artist that you'll like.
Definitely.
It's not difficult at all.
And it just takes a little digging. But I will say, actually, like the XX, I found them on Spotify,
like
which
the
is
XX.
another service.
They
and
have
they're-
songs that are not
They
vocal
do.
heavy.
They do, and
That's
I will say
true.
I favor a lot of their lyric songs, but I like their general vibe. I like their vibe. It's good, like calming music. It's very, very calming.
But
Yeah.
getting back
Yeah.
to it, I still just don't understand how you can't listen to a song with vocal. Because like some of the songs that I listen to, they're just so they almost like they're so complex with just the music itself. Like it's I don't know. I
guess it's
You
because
appreciate music?
I don't live with music the same way you live with music, because
Yep.
when I can appreciate a good backtrack, but I don't focus on that. Like you said,
I
I focus
love
on the
backtracks.
lyrics. Like I will listen to the lyrics, and like lyrics get stuck in my head, like especially specific lines, and it just like that's what my mind clings to.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not that I don't appreciate it. It's that it just
But the music behind it is also powerful. Like if you were reading those lyrics just in a poem, would they have the same effect without the music?
No, I don't think so. Because it's how the artist is saying it too. It's their inflection in their
Right,
voice, the way
right.
they
Actually-
pronounce the words.
Regarding what Garrett said earlier about how some of the songs were actually ruined by the lyrics, I've got some songs on my iPhone that, well, Apple just paid me money for saying that, but I've got songs on my iPhone up again, but I have songs that have a version with the lyrics and a version without the lyrics. If you play the version with the lyrics and then the version without the lyrics, the version with lyrics is going to sound so much better than the version without.
I think it depends on the vocals. It depends sometimes. Because there are songs that I've definitely heard that have lyrics or that have vocals, and I'm like, why are they even in here? Remember when I played that one song? It would have been so much better if he just took out the stupid lyrics talking about having sex with chicks. It would have just been such a great backtrack.
But that's what that artist was trying to get.
Yeah, that's what they
man.
wanted
That's
to say.
what he
though.
wanted to communicate.
That's what
to
he
you.
wanted to say. And
say,
I don't
hey,
think.
I like having sex with chicks,
And just
and I want you to know about it.
But if you say stuff like that, then it almost discourages people from making good backtracks, which is what you want.
Right.
So if someone's good, I think someone should make a good backtrack, and maybe their lyrics are so, but then the backtrack helps the lyrics. So it's like it's a give and take. I think.
Well, I mean, if we're talking about artists with good backtracks and good vocals and lyrics in general, I think this artist, Amy Andrews, you can find her at amyandrewsmusic.com. Fresh off her feminist bookstore tour.
Plug it in your sister.
What do you mean? I don't know what you're talking about.
In your freaking
I don't know.
sister.
I don't know what you're guys talking about.
I will
You're
say
ridiculous.
I've only heard a few songs, but she sounds really good, and I love her. Can you explain the feminist book tour thing? That is the coolest thing I've ever heard of.
My sister is a aspiring folk singer. Well, not aspiring. I guess she is a folk singer in Atlanta, Georgia, right now. And she just completed what's called a feminist bookstore tour, which is there are only about I think there are less than 10 feminist bookstores in the United States, and she went and played a show at each one of them, or each one that would let her. And so she was just trying to get the word out about feminist bookstores in general and about her band. And that's pretty much it. She had a Kickstarter page and everything. She reached her goal.
What's a feminist bookstore?
A feminist bookstore is basically a bookstore run by feminists.
Do they only sell female-oriented books, or do they sell a large variety? Is it just a Barnes and Noble run by feminists, or is it specifically catering towards feminists?
It's catering toward females. Yeah, I mean I'm sure they have both. I've only ever been in one, and most of them were female authors, mostly the local community, things from the local community, and then more feminist bumper stickers and stuff like that. I don't know. It's cool. It's fun.
That sounds interesting. I think that's definitely cool. They have gay bookstores, LGBT bookstores, so that's something like that, I guess.
Right.
You could say. Imagine if they had PETA bookstores, which were just all based off of
Books by dogs.
Yes, books that are made by animals, or at least about animals.
By animals, for animals.
Yes,
about
only
donating.
animals are allowed in the store.
Right. There's a cat working the cash register. It goes
You just
bankrupt.
release your dog and hope he comes back by the end of the day.
Yeah, he comes out. He's got a book, and it's how much did you spend on that? 5 bones. 5 bones, really?
Really?
That's your whole. That's your
5
whole
milk
budget.
bones? Come on, man.
That's your
You coulda
whole
gotten
budget.
it for at the most 3.5.
I mean, really.
Come on.
You got to shop around.
All right.
That conversation was ridiculous.
We've beaten this.
I'm just freaking out right now because I'm afraid my sister is you got everything about that wrong, Scott. That's what
No,
I'm
it
imagining.
sounded good. It sounded good, but I don't know.
It sounded
about
pretty
it.
good. Garrett, what do you think? You're biting your nails.
I'm not thinking. I'm just biting my nails.
But back to dogs and milk bones.
Back to dog. No,
Do cats use the same currency as dogs, or what?
No, they use.
What do they use?
They used fish-shaped coins.
Okay. Wait, metal coins?
They're more evolved
Where do
than
they
dogs.
keep
What's
these
the
metal
exchange
coins?
rate between the metal coins and the milk
I don't know,
bones?
man.
Is it 1 to 1?
No, you don't see. They don't mix because
They don't
cats
mix.
and dogs
Okay.
are segregated.
Well, all cats are girls and all dogs are boys.
Yes,
Everyone knows that.
Everybody knows that.
Everybody.
Definitely.
And
But,
if you don't,
um,
you're a fucking idiot.
Oh my god,
fucking
guys. That's what we're gonna do next podcast: cats
What?
versus dogs.
Cats versus
Because
dogs. I'm pro cats.
I'm definitely a cat person.
cat
Dog.
person.
Dog.
Oh, perfect.
Oh,
We're split.
shit.
This
The
will be
line
great.
has been drawn.
This will be great.
Pick your side.
Yes, we're now sitting on opposite sides of the table, basically, right now.
Like the video if you like dogs. Dislike the video if you like
Why would you
Wow.
want that?
No.
Why would you want that to happen?
Comment in the description whether
Because
you
cats
like
are-
cats or
I'm
dogs.
not, no, I'm going to save it. I'm going to save it.
Oh, and also, again, if you
Cats-
ever have suggestions for the podcast, always, write them in the comments. And
Or send
Let's
us.
just get into this right now. Cats are fucking self-sufficient,
no.
dude.
Shut up.
They're
Shut
self-
up. Save it.
Don't-
And they're
save it for the next
adorable.
podcast.
You
Save-
have to.
They
I
are
was
adorable.
going to send some
It's
information.
crazy.
I was going to send some information to the audience.
What information?
If you'd like us to talk about a particular article, feel free to send us a personal
Right.
message of said
Yes,
article.
a link, anything.
Please,
would be
because
great.
we literally are.
you know what? You know what dogs can do? They can suck cats' dicks. Okay.
But I thought all cats were
Yeah,
girls.
they can eat out their pussies.
It's
Pun
multiple
intended.
levels. It's
Pun
multiple
intended.
Oh
levels.
shit, man!
But remember, never get raped by a domestic cat because they have barbed penises that ruin you for all the other cats.
That was random.
That was crazy.
That was a little random.
Um,
But yeah,
cats hands down. I'm about to
What were-
fucking explode right now.
What were we saying about the articles?
Just send in some
Send in
articles,
articles,
and we'll look at
whatever.
them, read them up. And
like something good too. Not like
it's got to be.
Not
It's,
like
we
some-
look for like interesting, weird
ones
stuff.
that bring up like
Um,
a deeper conversation.
Anything you send, we will read on
So-
air. That's guaranteed.
Because literally the process before,
No, it's not.
The process before each podcast is like, oh shit, we need to think of a fucking
That's
article
true.
to talk
That's true.
about. It's
Yeah,
literally
that's-
5 minutes before the podcast, and
Well-
we're just like, oh my god.
Whoa, dude, you just gave up way too much information. Okay.
So like us up. Definitely, I'm gonna have we're gonna have a Facebook page. I'm gonna make that.
Link will be in the description.
Link will be in the description. We're gonna get that all going, and I think we're out. So
right.
let's send it out. P3E Podcast. Go for
the first gluten-free podcast. I'm Garrett.
Chris?
I'm Scott.
and I'm Angelo, and
Oh, wait,
we're out.
That was supposed to be the intro.
Thank you for listening. P3E Podcast.
The worst fucking closing of all time.